Hello, Nickie, and
Hello.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Take it away.
Okay, lovely. Not sure whether my camera's working, but either way, you don't necessarily need to watch my lips moving, to be brutally honest. But yeah, so good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining me. My name's Nickie Ferns, and I'm a Senior Account Manager at Telephone Europe. Today is all about mental health in education. I'm not going to bombard you with statistics about how mental health is affecting everyone, apart from one statistic that is abundantly clear. The cost of mental health is astronomical. The impact of mental health is devastating in some cases. We all each have the ability to help impact mental health in our colleagues, our friends, and our loved ones. The real truth. So, based on gov.uk statistics, we know that poor mental health costs employers between 33 and 42 billion pounds a year, and the UK economy between 74 and 99 billion pounds a year. So, quite a substantial amount of money is dropped into this. Supporting mental health in the workplace has never been more important. For over a year, employers have been dealing with the huge challenges presented by COVID-19. While employee wellbeing was already steadily rising up the corporate agenda, the last 18 months have really thrust it to centre stage. We say it's okay not to be okay, but are we enabling it? Technology has been a vital lifeline, allowing us to stay connected to loved ones and colleagues over the past months. But it's also a double-edged sword. With blurred lines between work and home, going back to what Jen was saying, it can be even harder to switch off at the end of the day. And there's added pressure to be seen as hardworking and ever present. When most people are struggling, both emotionally and mentally, it can impact on people finding themselves stuck and unable to deliver. And then to add to this, it's often hard to say so in the professional world. This is also emphasised by the fact that most people are worried that, with the impact of the pandemic, resources are stretched, people are stretched, and more multi-hat wearing, multitasking is going on. Targets and expectations have increased, and resources and funding have decreased, even more so within the world of education. And always in the back of the mind is the concern of job safety. Often we are so busy, we don't feel our bodies or minds caving in or burning out. When the pressure becomes too much and a mental break is needed, most opt to get a sick note from the doctor, rather than tell their employer the honest truth. The small lie is an indicator of a culture risk to the organisation. We must look at our current reality and partner with senior leaders and human resources to create a culture of less fear of judgment to one of inclusion. When we say we acknowledge mental health issues, do our HR policies truly reflect this? It doesn't need to be groundbreaking. It just needs to allow all of us to be given the freedom to say that we are not okay. Each case is different. Each bad day is different. I'm not sure whether having a policy within human resources to deal with mental health is always a necessity, but awareness and responsibility within the organisation and the availability to discuss this and deal with appropriate to the individual without repercussion is an absolute must. A culture where people are cornered into saying untruths to get breathing space is not good for the individual, the organisation, or the colleagues that may have to deal with the repercussion. So, how do we avoid the vicious circle? As a fellow sufferer of mental health, like a lot of people, in various shapes over the years, I have found that personally, I do not like to draw attention to myself. I have to be the hardest working person in the room. and I need the recognition for my achievements to feel valued, as well as feeling that I have my superiors on side, but without having to tell them the reason why. It's all so complicated, but I know what it feels like. I know what it looks like. And yet it still astonishes me how different each individual feels when faced with the black dog. It affects us all very differently. 2020 not only delivered to us a pandemic that changed the way we did, well, basically everything, but it also delivered a strong message to be kind. Again, this could mean different things to different people. But in my case, it's making sure I take that time to look around me and just give my peers, colleagues, and team my complete attention, and making it abundantly clear that I am here if they need to talk, if they need some time, or if they just need me to know that things aren't right, but that they want to just get on. Not everyone has ability to talk about how they are feeling at home. So the ability to be able to do this in the workplace is essential. So my final words on this are, if it is you that is suffering, make sure you try and talk. Send an email or text if you struggle to talk. For those that are on the receiving end of that talk, email or text. Be kind, be understanding, and make sure that the individual feels heard and understood. Sometimes that is all that is needed for a break in the clouds. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Nickie. Love that. And
Oh, lovely.
I quite like
I'm
it.
so sorry that my camera's not on. I'm not quite
I
sure
was just going
what's
to
going
say,
on.
I felt like I was in a cozy room listening to the radio. And it was just like really nice feeling it gave me. So please don't apologise. You have a very
Oh, good.
reassuring voice.
Oh,
Um,
good.
and it was just lovely and some really wise words. You know, I suffer with depression, so and you have
Yeah.
to talk about it. You can't bottle it up. It's
No, I think from personal experience, you just kind of need to own it.
yeah,
If it's yours and if you suffer with it, then just own it. But at the end of the day, just recognize that you are not on your own, and to be surrounded by, even if it's just one person that just says, how are you feeling today? Just that little check-in
yeah,
can make all the difference. But you know, like a lot of people with mental health issues, which it does affect a lot of, it is more about kind of, you almost want to be left alone, but at the same time you want people to
worth
know
it
that they've
for
got to
you.
be a little bit careful. So
Yeah.
it's a very fine balance.
Thank you so much, Nickie. Lovely to meet you, and hopefully I'll see your face one day.
I
That
hope
sounds really
so.
good.